There's a look, Bob, at one of the keys to this game. Everyone is pretty much saying that this kid's going to have to do a good job. And Pete Melchiano was telling me earlier in the week that he's come out of nowhere. They thought that this would be their biggest question mark coming into the season. To date, the kid's done the job for them. And when you have somebody coming out of a JV program that has no varsity experience whatsoever, and he's handled the pipes this season to date like he has, you have to be more than happy. He got an early Christmas present for sure.
His goals against average is at 2.07. That's Fabo. And for Jamie Woodward, his goals against average is 3 goals a game. And that has a little bit to do with the style of play for both teams and the defenses that they both put on the ice.
Jamie Woodward doesn't get an awful lot of credit, but he's quietly been a pretty decent goalie over the years for Falmouth, and he's played in these games as well. There's a look at our officials for tonight's game. Ron Fancy and Eddie Buckler. Ronnie Fancy, of course, used to play at Nauset, and he was in our news last week. He and his wife had their first child, Amanda Jean, on New Year's Eve. It was the first New Year's baby, and the thing I like most about the name, Bob, is Amanda Jean. If they wanted to cut it short, they should call her AJ.
I like that. Fancy that.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Okay.
Here's a look at Buddy Ferrer. I'll tell you what, he's, of course he wants to win this game, but his weekend got off to a tough start. On Friday night, his son Brian, who plays for RPI, was up in Boston playing against Harvard University. In the first period of the hockey game, he injured his left knee. He was in the goal trying to stop a shot, and he caught his leg on the post, and he's going to be out probably for the rest of the season. And there's Pete Melchiano, the head coach of Barnstable. Everybody says he's going to retire, but you've been hearing that for the last 5 years, and when you get to the Falmouth Barnstable game, there's Pete Melchiano doing the same consistent good job for the Red Raiders.
He's got such a good team this year, undefeated after 7 games with just 1 tie, and he's going to come back with probably as good a team next year with that sophomore line that he puts out there and the junior. It'd be tough to retire at this point.
I was just going to say, when you have some young kids on your team, it's not too tough to come back with a lot of talent. As both teams get ready for the national anthem, taking off their helmets. At a very warm Kennedy Ice Cream, and I say that because usually it's very cold here for these games, but certainly we can live with the temperatures here tonight. Players.
I'm not getting a suntan, but it's not uncomfortable.
Here's our national anthem. The spirit of Kate Smith is alive and well in Hyannis.
Always works for the Flyers. We'll have to see how it works for either Barnstable or Falmouth here tonight. Tremendous game, as we talked about it. Both teams are playing well at this juncture in the season, and they're both always ready for a Barnstable Falmouth game. Everybody's just up for this. The crowd is packed up against the glass and in the stands, and we're ready for this one to begin.
And Bob, I can't honestly remember the last time one of these games didn't really mean anything to one team or another as far as first place or making a state tournament. It's always meant a lot to both teams to win this game, or to get a tie in some instances.
Just come out of here without a loss.
We'll play 15-minute periods here at the Kennedy Ice Arena. Falmouth in their white game jerseys with their maroon pants and maroon helmets. Barnstable in their red jerseys and red pants and red helmets. Both teams wearing the what you call one-piece outfits. They do not don the old traditional hockey pants as the professionals do.
We talk about this as being a big game, AJ. Do the players already know that this is a big game early in the season? Sometimes you sort of wait till the last few weeks before you decide things start to get important.
You bet. They were looking at the calendar on this one in the middle of football season. Peterson on the face-off for Falmouth. Wins it and is dumped down into the Barnstable zone. Barnstable will skate it out and clear it into the Falmouth zone. And they'll be called for icing as Barnstable looks to get the skating game going immediately by dumping the puck in and clearing it, but he wasn't over the red line, and we'll have a face-off down to the left of Sabo.
If Falmouth has their way in this game, we're going to hear a lot of whistles. They're going to want to stop the play and not allow Barnstable to start skating from left to right and up and down the ice. So they'd love to hear that whistle blow a few times in this game.
Peterson for Falmouth, Andy Norfolk for Falmouth. Taking the face-off. And it's won by Peterson. Tries to get it back to the point. Shot goes wide of the net, cleared over into the corner. Over there to get it for Falmouth is Greg Chisholm. Thrown around the other side of the board, kept in by Falmouth. Centering pass, tipped, deflected behind the net. Clearing pass up the boards as Barnstable tries to break out. They have a 3-on-2 up through center ice. Man trying to stay onside, and he can't. Man who went offside was Robert Kelly over on that left side of the ice. More of a face-off just outside of the Falmouth blue line, and it's one of the cardinal sins of hockey. You have a 3-on-2, you don't want to go offside.
As Ben Quell bringing the puck over the line, and a little impatient from his teammates getting over there too soon, but Quell trying to make the move to get into the zone.
Two number 3s on the face-off, Jeff Casal for Barnstable and J.B. Ferreira for Falmouth. Puck at center ice, cleared into the Falmouth zone, and you can see the boards are very lively. That puck really jumps off the back there. From the Kennedy Ice Arena in Hyannis, you're watching high school hockey on TV 58.
I'm Tom Murphy, owner of Falmouth Toyota. Thinking
now by Falmouth. Barnstable looks to tie it up, and they'll get another face-off. It'll be to the left of Woodward. 14 minutes and 2 seconds to go here in the first period.
I was only able to see Falmouth play one other time earlier this season against New Bedford, a 2-1 victory, and you will see Woodward hold on to the puck just about every shot on goal. Doesn't like to give away rebounds.
Puck comes back to a point. Cleared it out, Woodward. He kicks it out. Loose puck cleared back in front, and he'll tie it up. Now it's loose behind the net. Falmouth running around a little bit in their own zone. David J. Medeiros has it. Clears it behind his own net. Falmouth will look to break it out. Up through the middle. Pass intended for Ferreira. He couldn't catch up with it, and it'll go all the way down to the Barnstable end, and we'll have an icing call against Falmouth.
AJ, I hear you mention David J. Medeiros, and just so that our audience doesn't think we're getting formal with middle initials and everything, I'll just explain that there's also a David E. Medeiros on the Falmouth club. No relation between the two guys, but except that their names are extremely similar.
Well, wouldn't you know, David J. Medeiros plays left wing on the second line, and David E. Medeiros plays left wing on the third line. He's out there on the ice right now on the line that is centered by Mike Ayers. Some face-off won by Barnstable. Over on the boards, Ryan O'Neill in the corner, wheeling and dealing. He's got the open ice, pass out front. Backhander is blocked, and Woodward will tie it up. And Claude, there's that ice room that we talked behind the net. Where you get those forwards in behind the net, they've got a lot of room to wheel and deal.
Oh, Ryan O'Neill is a tremendous hockey player. He's had a lot of good games this year. He started off the season with a 3-goal hat trick in the first period of the season against Chelmsford, and he's been hot since.
Ben Smith on the face-off against Mike Ayers. Eddie Buckle is telling the guys to get the 6 down. Back to the point. shot. Love save by Woodward.
Nice save there by Woodward. He got it up there quick. Threw a bit of a straight.
Get a look at that again on the replay, Bob.
Okay, you see the puck come out to the point. Here's the shot by Aguirre. It's a rifle shot and glove save.
On the face-off. Dumped in again on Woodward. And he's doing the smart thing here. He's not just catching the puck and throwing it out behind the net, because chances are with these guys from Barnstable, on these quick skates of theirs, they'll get to that puck before some of the Falmouth guys.
They're hungry in front of the net, that's for sure.
Face-off controlled. Falmouth tries to clear it in, skipped in, shot from the point, kicked into the corner by Woodward. Puck is loose now over in the corner, up along the side. Luke Murphy, back to the point. Aguirre's shot goes wide of the net. Comes around the other side. Ryan O'Neill in there. Comes around the side, trying to clear it out. It's tied up. Looking for the face-off. It's kept in by Ben Smith. Smith loses it, comes back to the point to Doug. Cleared back into the corner now. Falmouth will look to break it off. The Barrows. Back behind the net.
Falmouth having a lot of trouble getting out of their zone.
And they're going to get a penalty coming up right here, too. I believe it's going to be interference. We'll have to wait and see what the call is. Barnstable will be short-handed here.
They're giving Falmouth an opportunity to get their offense in gear. They had the first minute of play in the Barnstable zone. They haven't been back there since, and Barnstable's really taken over. This penalty could slow down some of the momentum the Red Raiders were developing.
In fact, I believe it's their first shot on goal in the game, and Peterson walks in. He's got plenty of room, and he's got a man out front as well. Here's the opportunity here, and that was Mickey Thompson with an opportunity to score, but the net comes off its hinge, and the whistle blows, and Falmouth will have to reset.
Falmouth will come out with another line here on the power play.
Falmouth's been very disorganized on the power play so far, just that one good chance.
J.P. Ferreira now behind the Barnstable net. Get it back to the point to Doug Shearer. His shot goes wide. It's actually tipped over into the corner. Over there to get it is John Kahn. Kahn in the corner on the goal line, looking to set it up. Barnstable let him stay right there. Man down in front of the net. They try to work the give and go. It's tipped up to the blue line and out by Barnstable. They have a 2-on-1. Back defensively, though. Now Falmouth will have a chance to bring it back down ice. David J. Medeiros dumps it into the Barnstable zone. Into forecheck. The puck comes around the boards.
Penalty's over.
Both teams now at full strength. The shot by John Kahn is blocked, and now Barnstable will clear it out. Up through center ice, so they killed that penalty off.
Very well, in fact.
Both teams looking to change. You can see the confusion over there on the Barnstable bench. Now Falmouth will look to settle it down inside their own zone. David J. Medeiros clearing it up and around. Ferreira couldn't get to it. Northwood now over the blue line for Barnstable. His shot saved by Woodward. He'll tie it up. He'll get a little bit of a greeting there as well from Bobby Kelly. Face-off will be to the left of Woodward with 10 minutes and 23 seconds to go in a scoreless first period.
That was a nice shot by Northrup. Northrup coming down the right side, the right wing, and he's going to take the shot. His intention isn't so much to score here, I don't believe. He's not at a good angle as much as he'd just like to see a rebound and one of his teammates come down and poke it in. But Woodward playing a smart goal so far in this game, covering just about anything that comes his way.
Well, Buddy was worried about the Falmouth defenseman getting the puck out of the zone, and Woodward's not going to give them an opportunity to throw it away errantly here. Face-off control. The shot kicked out by Woodward.
Nice
kept
shot.
in at the line. Murphy dumped it in. Over to get it is Northup. Gets around one man. Up front. Shot goes wide of the net. In from the point comes Murphy. Clearing pass out front by Northup. Backhander in on Woodward, and they were just hoping somebody could get in to get the loose rebound. You're watching high school hockey on TV 58 with the score Barnstable nothing and Falmouth nothing. Now Falmouth running around a little bit in their own zone. Chisholm gets it up ice to Peterson. Peterson has some real estate in the middle. He'll take it the wide side and dump it into the corner.
Peterson, a great skater for a big guy.
Chisholm going off the ice for Falmouth. We'll have to see if he's okay. Peterson throwing his weight around behind the net. Now centers it out front. The shot and the score! I think David J. Medeiros is going to get credit for that one.
What a great job by Peterson coming out from behind the traffic, behind the net. Let's pick it up from here.
Peterson comes in behind the net, and he's getting a lot of defensive pressure, but some good skating and stick work. He'll finally end up with it and send it out in front, and you're going to see Medeiros shoot it high. And he gets it inside the left post. It hit the post and then deflected towards the right of the net, but that went high to the stick side of Jalen Sabo, and Falmouth with a big first goal here.
A little bit of a defensive lapse there by Barnstable. They had the defenseman out front. Will Murphy had his back turned to the play. He couldn't see Medeiros behind him. And Falmouth has a 1-0 lead. Puck cleared into the Barnstable zone now. Red Raiders trying to break it out. And now it's cleared down ice. They'll try to set it up all over again. Cazal, wide wing pass. Gets it over to Reardon. Players scrapping along the boards for the puck. Cleared into the Falmouth zone.
We missed the check.
Loose puck over on the boards. Falmouth will look to tie it up, and they do.
Well, Barnstable really dominating this first period so far, but they find themselves trailing 1-0 on a nice shot just a few moments ago from David Medeiros.
Face-off will be to the left of Woodward. Be taken by Ferreira against Cazal. Both teams coming out with their second lines here. Face-off is won by Falmouth. They try to clear it up. David J. Medeiros, they can't get it out, and it's tied up by Woodward, and we're going to see that all night long.
Woodward's going to really appreciate that ref's relatively quick whistle. The puck really wasn't smothered, but the whistle was blown as the referee lost sight of the puck.
Cazal and Ferreira on the face-off. Over into the corner. Cleared around by John Kahn. He'll look to set it up behind his own net. He'll work the breakout out to Doug Sherry. His pass intended for Ferreira is blocked, and it comes back into the Falmouth zone. Paul Duffy now for Falmouth. Clears it around the other side of the boards for John Kahn. Good forecheck in there. Keeps the puck hemmed into the Falmouth zone. Now the Clippers will get a chance to break it out. Up the right side of the ice. And cleared into the zone. Down behind goaltender Sabo. Falmouth into forecheck. Pass intercepted. Shot is blocked. Loose out front. Now it's cleared out to the center ice, and it's dumped back in by DeBarros. Delayed offside here. Now the Falmouth gets back onside as they look to change. Barnstable now trying to break the puck out of their own zone. Intercepted. Cleared into the Barnstable zone. Into forecheck. David E. Medeiros. Puck comes up around the side. Mike Ayers over there to throw his weight around for Falmouth. Puck comes loose over into the corner. It's handled by Jason Dwyer, thrown around the boards for Scott Carter. The Barrows intercepts, and it's cleared back into the Barnstable zone.
Dangerous play in front of the net, nobody around.
Trying to clear the puck out of their own zone now, and they can't do it. Now Barnstable will clear it out. Down into the Falmouth zone. Back to skate it out is Ethan Harding, the only freshman on this Falmouth club. Harding. Over to Bakraka. Bakraka takes a hit over on the side. Harding on it. Dumps it into the Barnstable zone as the Clippers change up. Back to get it for Barnstable is C.B. Aguirre. Catches Falmouth on the change-up, gives him a good chance to get the puck out of the zone.
Nice move to
Dumped
get it back into the zone.
We'll have a whistle. But briefly, that was a 2-on-1 setting up for Barnstable as Luke Murphy came down the left wing. He did not see the winger on the right side, Ryan O'Neill, coming down the right side.
We're going to get to see that play off the left boards over there, and then the shot on net. Here he is. Luke Murphy spins, and keeps his feet, and then sends it into the zone, and the shot is on net.
Play continues now. Over along the boards, loose puck, players banging. And now it's taken out by Paul Duffy. Duffy clears it up the boards. Pinched in, nice job defensively by Bill Murphy to keep the puck in the Falmouth zone. Peterson for Falmouth changes directions, has the puck, plays it up off the boards. Nice play to Chisholm. Chisholm tries to dump it in, it is blocked. Shearer trying to clear it in, his pass is blocked. And Falmouth will try to get it going in their own zone once again.
Falmouth content to just chase the puck into the Barnstable zone.
We're going to have a penalty here for a hit from behind. Going to be against Falmouth, and I don't know if we get a chance to see that again on the replay, but number 17 for Barnstable, that's Ryan O'Neill. He had his back turned, and the player from Falmouth came up and hit him. It'll be number 4.
Pretty good. Doug Shearer is called for the penalty, and he'll be out for 90 seconds. And this is what we mentioned at the start of the game. Falmouth didn't want to find themselves shorthanded very often. Barnstable dominating the game when the teams are at even strength, although they trail. Now with the power play opportunity.
On the power play now, Barnstable will look to tie it up. They have the power play unit out. Shot in on Woodward, and a save with 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first period. The Barrows for Falmouth. Clears it up the boards, but not hard enough to get it out. It's kept in by Barnstable. Back to get it is Alger. Play over along the boards. Barnstable looking to set it up, and it's intercepted by Ferreira, and he clears it down to the Barnstable zone. 58 seconds to go on the man advantage situation for the Red Raiders. The Barrows pinches in from the point to keep the puck in the Barnstable zone, but now the Red Raiders break out. Wide wing pass.
Play by DeBarros to stop that play.
Wide wing pass was tipped by DeBarros, and now they clear it down into the zone. 40 seconds to go on that man advantage situation. 5 minutes to go in the first period. Barnstable now skating the puck out. Will move it in to the corner. Robert Kelly looking to set it up. Centering pass out front, and once again, Woodward ties it up. 28 seconds to go here on the penalty. 4:57 in the first period from the Kennedy Ice Arena in Hyannis. You're watching high school hockey on TV 58.
There's a
Jeff Casalt on the face-off for Barnstable. He wins it and clears it down behind the Falmouth net. Over there defensively is Paul Duffy. He loses it. It's kept in now by Barnstable. Back to the point. The shot. Tipped. It's loose. Still loose. Backhand on a score. Jeff Casalt will get the goal on the backhander from 10 feet in front of the net. Woodward was down and out of the net. A power play goal for Barnstable. The game is tied at 1.
The play sets up at the point. We're going to see the puck come out to the blue line where Jack Reardon's got a shot on net. He one-times it, and a nice leg save here by Woodward, but that puts him out of position for the rest of this skirmish in front of the net. And finally, it's poked in by Casalt, and it's a 1-1 hockey game.
Good job by Casalt. He had a defenseman draped all over him, and he did a good job to stay on his feet. You got the backhander in, and we've got a tie game with 4 minutes and 44 seconds to go.
Falmouth burned on a shorthanded situation, as we sort of expected from a hot skating Barnstable Red Raider team, and they take advantage of their first power play opportunity.
On the face-off, the puck is dumped into the Falmouth zone. Murphy in there to get it first, clears it down behind the Falmouth net. Peterson will come back to help out. Wide wing pass to Mickey Thompson, cutting into the slot. Thompson takes a bang over on the boards. They get it into the zone, but now it's cleared out. Peterson, oh, he throws his weight around over on the side a little bit. Loose puck now at center ice, and it's skated out by Ryan O'Neill. He loses it, intercepted by Peterson over the blue line. Peterson will dump it in. Thompson in the forecheck, has the puck. Will look to shoot it, is blocked. Barnstable trying to clear it out, it's kept in. Now it's cleared out to center ice. Dumped back into the Barnstable zone as the Clippers look for a change-up here under the play in the first period.
Barnstable spreads the rink.
Pass for Ben Smith was intercepted. Now it's going to be cleared down into the Falmouth zone as the Red Raiders now look to change on the fly. I'll give Falmouth an opportunity to get the puck out of their own zone. Cleared out to center ice. Intercepted by Barnstable, dumped back into the zone. Sloppy play here. Both teams get the new troops out onto the ice. Murphy clears it down. Try to keep it in at the blue line. Now it's cleared out. Good stick there at center ice. Falmouth trying to work the puck up the middle. They can't do it. And Aguirre has it for Barnstable. Aguirre's pass intended for Robert Kelly. They couldn't connect. He'll try it again. Nice pass by Aguirre. Dumped off the side. In front, shot, and a goal. Ben Quell. Can't give that guy any real estate or he'll burn you. 2-1 Barnstable.
Tremendous individual effort here by Quell. He skates it in over the blue line, looks to pass, and then keeps the puck into towards the front of the net. this position. Northrup takes his man out of position. Quell's open right in front of the net and just into the right side. And it's 2-1 Barnstable.
Two great moves there by Quell. If we get another look at that replay, you'll see a defensive breakdown by Falmouth on that particular goal. Let's look at it again. If we can freeze it right here, look what the Falmouth defense will be up close to the blue line. That too much real estate. And then the second mistake coming up here is the continues. Instead of the body, they try the old sweep check, and you can't do that to Ben Quell. He'll burn you.
You notice Northrup there, 11, was with his man. He took him right out of the play.
Barnstable has a 2-1 lead here in the first period. Under 3 minutes to play now. Falmouth having a problem getting the puck out of their own zone, and they'll look for the face-off. And that's one of the things Buddy Ferreira talked about coming into this game. He was a little bit worried about the defensemen getting the puck out of their zone, and he's worried about that. With the Barnstable 2 and Falmouth for these messages.
May your days be filled with laughter, love, and the true spirit of the season.
Jack's Drum Shop, 47 Main Street in Hyannis, has the largest selection of drum sets, cymbals, accessories, acoustic guitars, and strings. Check our prices before you buy. Drum lessons are available.
Hi, I'm Rebecca from Video 58, and every weekday at 3:40 we let you call in and request your favorite video during a triple block. 771-5850, telephone number to request your favorite video, only 58.
Face off to the left of Woodward. It's won by Barnstable. Jeff Gazal got it back to the into the corner. Scott Carter makes a nice move. Carter behind the net. Good skater, this Carter. Clears it down behind. Doer with it. Centering pass. It's tipped. And we've got a whistle. Woodward tied the puck up and the net was loose.
Dorer was given a lot of elbow room behind the net. Nobody came to check him, so he walked in front of the net. But Woodward was there in front and able to pick up and cause another whistle.
Last season, Scott Carter was on a prep school team down in Connecticut, down at Avon Old Farms. He comes back to Barnstable this year and remained at the school. Quite a Cape Cod connection with Stephen Karate and Tommy O'Connor from Sandwich down at Avon Old Farms. But Carter is back with the Red Raiders, and I'm sure Keanu is one happy coach to see him wearing the red and white jersey again.
Talent coming from Cape Cod.
Now the puck is cleared into the Barnstable zone. Just about 2 minutes to play here in the first period. Into forecheck Falmouth is Mickey Thompson. Thompson couldn't keep it in. Clears it out. A race for the loose puck now. The Barrow's back there for Falmouth. Does a nice job of getting away from the forechecker. Clears it out now to center ice. Mickey Thompson for Falmouth. Dumps it in. Down to is Peter Barrett. Centering pass out front. Comes back out to the blue line. DeBarrows pinches in from the blue line. Tries to keep it in. Falmouth is offside, delayed call. As the Red Raiders have an opportunity to work the puck out of their own zone. Intercepted by center ice. His pass trying to connect and crossing. They missed connections, and now it will come back down into the Falmouth zone. Norman DeBarrows.
Dangerous play.
Clearing pass. Now it'll be taken out by Falmouth. Cleared down into the Barnstable zone, into the corner. As Falmouth changes up. Bobby Kelly gets it over to Reardon. Reardon with plenty of ice. He'll bring it up through the middle. Try to bring it in, but he takes a hit, and I think we're going to have a penalty coming up here, a slash perhaps, and we do. I think J.P. Ferreira is going to be grabbing some bench here for a minute and a half. It is a slash.
Barnstable took time to set up in their own zone and organize that, and Ferreira decided the best way to stop it is to hit somebody illegally. And of course, hockey from the high school sect continues on TV 58. Next week we'll be at Tony Kent Ice Arena when Whitman Hansen travels to play the DY Dolphins.
Okay, Barnstable now on the power play. Quell with a shot and stop. Now they'll try to stuff it. The shot stopped again by Woodward. Loose puck, Quell on it. Into the corner. Falmouth trying to tear it up. Kicked away by Quell. Centering pass out front. Woodward.
That's a few too many for Woodward's liking on net there. He had the post covered, and that's where the shots kept coming. Barnstable really with not much of an angle on any of these shots. Good opportunity here in front as the puck comes from behind the net out. The shot is there, and then the kick save by Woodward. He has to make another one before it's all over, and then holds on later.
Jack Reardon clears it in. Into the corner. Barnstable setting up now on the power play. Aguirre with the puck at the left point. Back into the corner for Northup. Northup trying to center it out front of the slot. It's deflected. We'll try to set it up again. Robert Kelly now. Over to Northup. Northup out front for Quell. The shot and the save by Woodward.
Tremendous skate save by Woodward there. I almost wanted to point out that Barnstable was not moving at all on that power play situation, but I wanted to find out how well they did with it. They did quite well. Quell's out here in front. He gets the puck nicely fed to him in this quick shot, and it's just the toe of the skate from Woodward that keeps that out of the net. Big save again by Woodward. He's having a tremendous period, though his team trails 2-1.
Well, the whole idea of working the puck behind the net is to get one of the defensemen to slide over, and that's exactly what happened as Quell was alone in front. But Woodward came up with a save. Now to Barrows for Falmouth, looking to kill some time off the clock. Goes one way, then the other. Now he loses it. Barnstable with a chance to keep it in. A shot from the point by Aguirre goes wide of the net. Northup shot, and that will do it. We played 15 minutes at the Kennedy Ice Arena in Hyannis.
That was a quick 15 minutes, too. That went by like nothing. That was tremendous. Good hockey action.
With the score, Barnstable 2, Falmouth 1. You're watching high school hockey on TV 58. Zone, and then the second mistake, he didn't take the body on Ben Quell, and just can't do that with this guy. And he will go up top with a couple of nice moves right here, as Northup does a nice job there, taking the defenseman out of the play off to the right, and he beats Woodward up top to the right side. And Barnstable has a 2-1 lead here after one period of play, and what has been a pretty good period. Barnstable pretty much carrying the play. The shots in the first period, 18-6 in favor of Barnstable. So 3-1 shot advantage there for the Red Raiders. And I think one of the things that Barnstable or Falmouth did a good job of, to Jamie Woodward's credit, was tying up that puck to not allow them to get any more shots than they already had in that period. And 18 is still an awful lot for him to see in the first period. And hey, is this Hollywood or is this Cape Cod? Hollywood Henderson there in the tuxedo, as the tradition is with the Falmouth Barnstable game. Gets the red tux and the black hat. Great hat. You know, I'm a real collector of hats, and as hats go, that's one of the better ones I've seen in a long time.
Usually have those Irish
derbies.
Yeah. So yeah,
great outfit.
He's just about the best Zamboni operator. I've seen a lot of them here on the Cape, and he manages to go off the ice without having to go back and get any dry spots or anything.
Oh, we're going to pick on the guys that drive the Zambonis now? We have plenty of other things we can talk about.
That's the in-between period activity here at hockey games and everything. But it was a tremendous first period. I think, especially as we go back to some of the keys of the game that we previewed and talked about, right away we knew that Falmouth couldn't go short-handed, and the first opportunity that Barnstable had on the power play, the Red Raiders did manage to score and tie the game at 1. And again, Falmouth, though, did do pretty well with containing Barnstable from that free skating game that Barnstable would like to get into. A lot of whistles in that first period to stop the action, and that was to Falmouth's favor. And so we've got one of those games that anything can happen as we wait for periods 2 and 3.
I'm sure that it'll be the same situation next week down at the Tony Kent Ice Arena when Whitman Hanson makes the trip down Cape to play the DY Dolphins. That game will be next Sunday at 5 o'clock right here on TV 58. Just about ready to go here with second period action. The score is Barnstable 2, Falmouth 1. Let's pause for these messages. Just about ready to go here with the second period action. The Barnstable Red Raiders and the Falmouth Clippers. And a very key period for Falmouth. And actually got a key period coming up here with the penalty time. So Falmouth's going to have to be awfully careful, and just another day at the beach here at the Kennedy Ice Arena for cameraman Walter Berry. He's on a lifeguard chair getting all the angles and shots down there. Let's just hope he doesn't get any shots up in the corner.
I heard him yell no splashing a few times.
Yeah.
From the lifeguard chair. But as you mentioned, Barnstable will have 27 seconds left on a power play remaining from the first period, and right away that'll put Falmouth in a hole. But I think in general, both teams have pretty much done so far what they wanted to do. They're adhering to their game plans, and so far Barnstable just a little bit better at it. Falmouth, though, is still very much in this hockey game.
I think Falmouth has had a problem, Bob, of getting the puck out of their own zone, which is something that Buddy Ferreira talked about all week. One of the things that worried him with the little bit quicker team, Barnstable, they're on the puck a little quicker than other teams will be, and it doesn't give the defensemen too much time to get the puck out of their own zone, and it has been a problem. We'll see how they handle it here with one period under their belt. Ronnie Fancy, the official at center ice, making sure both goalies are ready to go here in the second period. And with all the play-by-play action, here's Bob Howell.
Thank you very much, AJ. And while we've got just a few seconds before the face-off for the second period, let me remind everybody the TV 58's news program will begin airing at 5:30 p.m. on January 16th. That's when the news will go. It'll be replayed at 6:30 and at 10. And for the 10 o'clock show, we're also going to have a live sports update to bring you all the high school hockey action from nighttime and anything else that's going on in New England and of interest to our viewers. Here's the face-off. We start the second period. Barnstable with the puck in their own zone. It's being chased down by Billy Murphy. Murphy picks it up and skates behind the net. Brings it out himself. He's going to be met by Tom Peterson around the blue line. And some checking going on underneath the boards here, and it gets picked up by Northup. Northup sends it over to teammate C.V. Aguirre. Now it's Quell with the puck. Tries to dump it in the zone, but he's stopped before he gets to the blue line, and we have a whistle on the play, offsides. The face-off will come outside the Falmouth zone.
Both teams now at full strength here as Falmouth did a good job killing the remaining half minute on that penalty. 14:30 to go here in the second period. And yeah, a lot of empty seats at this one, huh?
Well, you had to come real early to get a parking space out in front, that's for sure. Okay, Northup goes in deep for Barnstable. He's in there with Ethan Harding, two fighting side, and the zone. Ben Quell chasing after it, and picked up by by Aguirre, I'm sorry, and sent deep into the Barnstable zone. Aguirre with the puck, takes a big hit there. A big hit on him from Mickey Thompson, and he gets up and picks up the puck and sends it around the boards. Stopped by Chisholm. Chisholm back behind the net. In front, goal!
That's the way Falmouth used to get their goals last year, Bob. The defensemen last year with Falmouth were very involved with the offense. They'd pinch in from the blue line, and that's what created this play initially here. Norman DeBarrow's at the top of the play, but look at the movement, and there's that room behind the net. The goalie has no clue as to where these guys are. There's just too much room that he has to worry about. He comes around the short side and stuffs it. A big goal for Falmouth. Score now tied at 2 with 13:56 to go here in the second period. But what I was talking about is one thing Falmouth liked to do last year that I have not seen them do as much this year is their defensemen love to get involved with the offense. They'll stay at the blue line, and if the puck comes up the board slow, or if they see one of the opposing players with their head down, the defenseman will pinch in and create the pressure, and that's what got them that goal-scoring opportunity there.
Mickey Thompson ties the game for Falmouth. We're at 2 apiece. Quickly, Barnstable with a shot on net, and it's sent around the boards and stopped them. We've got a whistle on the play.
The high stick, and the face-off will come all the way down to the Barnstable zone as one of the Red Raiders touch the puck. 13:41 to go in the second period. The face-off will be to the right of Sabo, and that the best way to get your team back into the game is with an early goal or a late goal in the period, and that's just what the doctor ordered for Falmouth.
Falmouth not with a whole lot of opportunities in this game. They had just 6 shots on net in the first period. Very quickly they tied the game at 2, so not a lot of opportunities, but they made the best of them. Puck in behind the Barnstable net. Taken out there. Again, another quick shot. Sabo jumps on it. Falmouth, a couple of good opportunities there from J.P. Ferreira. And they're not able to get it in.
John Kahn, a good job, too, for Falmouth. Once again, look at the room that these guys have to work. Well, here's the tail end of it, but almost like the last goal. He had enough room and could get up the speed coming out from behind the net to wheel around for the shot. The only difference on that occasion was they fanned on it.
Puck behind the Barnstable net. there by Jack Reardon. Jack Reardon sends it along the boards. It's kept in by Falmouth. Shot towards the net, into the corner. And sent up along towards the blue line and kicked out by John Sabo. And we're going to have a face-off to the left of John Sabo.
There's a first real test for cameraman Walter Perry up there on the lifeguard chair as the puck came up over his shoulder. Hang in there, Ken. You're doing a good job.
And we always want to congratulate the crew that works on these games. It's not an easy job, and usually they're very cold, and they do a tremendous job here at TV 58. We're ready with 13 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the second period on the face-off. It's won by Barnstable, brought back to Sabo. Sabo into the corner. Ryan O'Neill has the puck for Barnstable. He sends it along to C.B. Aguirre. Aguirre sends it up the boards, trying to get it to Luke Murphy. Sends it too far. We could have an icing, and we do, and the puck's going to come all the way back into the Barnstable zone.
13 minutes to go here in the second period. The face-off will be to the left of Sabo as Falmouth now changes up. They'll come out at least on defense with a new unit. Norman DeBarros will play the right side with the freshman. Okay, DeBarros into the game, number 10 for Falmouth, and he's a tremendous defensive player. We have not seen a lot of him in this game, although he's figured in a couple of key plays already. Surely the most underrated player on the Cape. I think he's the best defenseman around. Okay, with 13 minutes to go, Barnstable trying to get it out of their zone. Barnstable having the same trouble that Falmouth had early, trying to get it out of their zone, and they're finally able to do it. Aguirre sends it up the left wing, shoots it into the Falmouth zone. Aguirre comes in offside. He had plenty of room towards the net if that play was onside, but it was not, and we're going to have another whistle and another face-off, and this again, as we talked about, will favor Falmouth as play stops and Barnstable can't get into their game. And again, you saw Norman DeBarros pinching in from the blue line twice, trying to keep Barnstable in their own zone, and that's one way to stop these fast guys from getting going, that's for sure. He's an offensive-minded defenseman. Barnstable with the puck, sent in by Murphy. Murphy just dumps it into the corner, picked up by Ethan Harding. Harding around the boards to Medeiros. Medeiros fighting with Barnstable player to get it out. Finally does. It's picked up by Aguirre in his own zone. Sends it along the right wing. And dumped back by Falmouth. Falmouth skating much better in the second period. Early in the second period, however. Sent out of the zone by Barnstable. And again, we're going to have another icing call. And Barnstable not helping their own cause. Going for long passes and not connecting. Falmouth will take it, believe me. They'll take all the face-offs they can get down in the Barnstable zone. 12:16 to go here in the second period as both teams come out with new lines. Falmouth counters with their first line unit of Tom Peterson, Greg Chisholm, and Mickey Thompson. And Barnstable comes out with their first line of Bobby Kelly, Andy Northup, and Ben Quell. Peterson likes to shoot right off the face-off. He doesn't do it from this side as often because he shoots from the left side. But he gets it out to Thompson, who tries to take the quick shot, and it goes high and wide. Into the zone for Barnstable. Quell sends it around the boards to Dwyer. Dwyer. And finally Barnstable out of their zone. It's picked up neatly by Billy Murphy. Sends it up over the line. He's got a man in front. Northup unable to connect on the pass and kicks the net off its hinges once again off the post and stops the play. If that pass connects, Northup's in alone. And there's the flip side of pinching in, Bob. As we look at the replay, this is the tail end of it, but one of the Falmouth defensemen, you can see him getting back into the play. The reason he wasn't there was because he pinched earlier into the blue line. We talked about how it can create offense, but when it doesn't work, it puts your team into a hole defensively. It creates 3-on-2s or 2-on-1s. This time, Falmouth escaped. Okay, off the face-off. Sent into the zone by Falmouth. Back to get it is Jack Reardon, senior defenseman on this team, a good hockey player. He gets it up to the zone, but taken by Peterson. Peterson and Thompson passing it back and forth, and finally into Chisholm. Chisholm from Falmouth sends it back out to the point. Duffy with the puck. Sends it back inside. Looked like he could have had a shot from there, but decides to dump it behind the net. Comes around, and Barnstable's going to try to take it out. Reardon sends it up towards the Blues line, but it's stopped by Thompson. Thompson's stick is being held by Reardon. No whistle on the play. And Quell comes over and picks up the puck for Barnstable. Barnstable, Quell coming up down the center of the ice. He's got a man with him. He's got Northup. He's with Northup. It's 3-on-2. Quell with the shot. Goes wide. Kept in by Barnstable. And now it's Northup with the puck. He's got some room in front. He takes the shot. Kick saved by Woodward. Barnstable with a good opportunity there. Andy Northup with the wrist shot from in front. Barnstable still fighting to keep it in the zone. And we're going to have a whistle as the puck gets tied up along the left boards. Well, earlier in that play, hats off to Doug Scherer, the Falmouth defenseman. Ben Quell is the toughest guy in the Cape to stop when he has that puck, or when he doesn't have it. But Quell came down that right wing. Scherer did a good job. He forced him wide to the boards, and he made Quell take the shot from outside, which is what you want a guy like that to do. And here's the tail end of that play now. Northup with the real estate in front, and a nice stop by Woodward.
Okay, getting the puck behind the Falmouth net. Mark Dorr back there with it. He's chasing after the puck, and finally it's brought out by Norman DeBarros, skating very well, dumps it in the zone, tries to make a move, but he's taken out of the play neatly by Scott Cotter. Cotter now has the puck along the right boards. It's back out to Ethan Harding, and keeps it in the zone for Falmouth. Behind the net now, being chased by Aguirre for Barnstable. Puck's taken, and finally Mark Dorr with the puck, but he's poke-checked neatly by DeBarros, and the puck stays in the Barnstable zone. Puck out in front, and Reardon's there to take it out. I'm sorry, that's Billy Murphy. Billy Murphy's got the puck and sends it deep into the Falmouth zone. Again, we're going to have an icing, another long pass that didn't connect.
Yeah, they were trying to connect up the middle. Mark Dorr was the man the pass was intended for. They couldn't connect, and the face-off will come down into the Barnstable zone.
Those passes will eventually connect, though, for Barnstable. At least that's their idea.
I'll tell you what that does, Bob. They're trying to open the game up with those long passes. You see those long passes in these icing calls, that's opening the game up. They're trying to use the ice more, which is what we talked about them having to do to take advantage of their speed.
All right, Can wins the face-off, but Barnstable takes it out. Scott Cotter beats one man. He's being bothered by Ethan Harding. Harding takes him behind the net. Cotter still with the puck, gets hit by DeBarros, knocked down. But he gets back up again, has the puck behind the net. J.P. Ferreira fights with him for it and sends it along the boards. Kept in by Aguirre. Aguirre back behind the net again. Norman DeBarros, and Cotter tries to get him back. And it's kept in behind the net. Puck comes out for Barnstable. This is Aguirre, who keeps it in the zone. And finally comes Falmouth, just sends it down the ice, and they're going to have the face-off in their own zone this time.
Ethan Harding, the freshman, number 2 for Falmouth on defense. He's the first freshman to skate for Falmouth since the coach's son, Brian Ferreira. It's a long time ago, and it just goes to show you how difficult it is to crack the lineup of Falmouth. Not too many guys can do it as a freshman. Not too many guys can do it as a sophomore or a junior, for that matter. But this kid has done it, and so far tonight he's done a pretty good job, although his job is a little bit easier when he gets to play alongside of DeBarros. Make anyone's job easy.
Nice company to keep. Okay, puck goes behind the Falmouth net. Hard hit behind the net. And Falmouth with the puck and send it behind once again. Trying to get out of their zone. Falmouth having troubles that they had in the first period to get it out of the net. Ryan O'Neill fighting for the puck behind the net. Centers it, no Barnstable player there. Falmouth comes out of the zone, sends it down the ice. We're not going to have an icing on this one, I don't believe. But I could be wrong. We do have an icing. And from the Kennedy Ice Arena in Hyannis, you're watching high school hockey on TV 58. In Hyannis, where there's your score. We're even with 9 minutes to go in the second period. Face off in the Falmouth zone. Shot by O'Neill on net. Goal! Luke Murphy.
Well, a little bit of a defensive breakdown there by Falmouth off of the face-off. They had a defenseman out front on top of that man, and they let him get behind him. I don't know who the defenseman was from Falmouth. I think it might have been Paul Duffy, and I don't know if we'll get another chance to see this on the replay or not.
Right off the face-off, O'Neill takes the shot, and Murphy's there.
Okay, here's the replay on the shot from the point. Now watch out in front. You've got a defenseman out front, but look at him get in behind Duffy. It is Duffy. And the goal tipped over Woodward. And Barnstable has regained the lead now, 3-2 here in the second period. The time of the goal will be 6 minutes and 14 seconds. Excuse me, 5:14.
Okay, I wasn't going to play with your math there, but it was too confusing for me. Woodward never had a chance on that goal. We're back to live action. And Barnstable getting the puck out of their zone. It's sent up to Northup. Northup's got a man on his left wing. Can't connect. And it stays in the Falmouth zone behind the net. They try to clear, send up to Chisholm. And now this is Peterson with the puck. He's out. Takes the slap shot. It's a hard shot. And deflects in front of the net. And Barnstable picks it up, brings it along the right side. And taken out. Nice scoring opportunity from both teams there. End-to-end action. Back into the Barnstable zone. Mickey Thompson. Now Norman DeBarros has it outside the zone. Falmouth needs to get back on side. Barnstable takes the puck in. This is Quell. Tries to hit Northup, but can't. It's deflected by Mickey Thompson, intercepted there at the blue line, and now Northup takes the puck back, centers it in front. 2 Barnstable players, but DeBarros is there to keep the puck away, and a high shot deflects off the ice surface, and we had a hard hit in the right corner. I didn't see exactly what took place, but
knocked the helmet off.
it looks like Bobby Kelly's going to get his helmet back on. At least his head wasn't in it, so he seems to be okay skating off the ice.
Okay, you're starting to notice a change in the flow of the game here, Bob, and it's favoring Barnstable. The game's starting to open up a little bit. That's what Falmouth does not want to happen here. This is exactly what the Red Raiders want. You can see it's opening up. They're trying these rink-wide passes, and they're going from one end of the ice to the other. They're really getting their wingers out flying out ahead of the play, and that's exactly what they want to do. Falmouth has to close up the middle of the ice, and they can't allow Barnstable to get into this wide-open game that they've been doing here for the last minute or so now.
All right, in the Barnstable zone, trying to get it out. Duffy into Ferreira, no, won't go. Barnstable coming out of their own zone. Stopped by John Can. Puck along the right side. Inside now, Can has an opportunity, takes the shot, goal! A bouncing puck ends up in the Barnstable zone, and Can is the first one to it. He shoots it, and it goes right through John Sable. Let's take a look again.
What a great play by Kahn. Look at, he has absolutely nowhere else he can go with this play. He has 2 men coming up behind him. Chances are they could jump and deflect the shot. He knows it. He lets it go from the top of the face-off circle. Goes off of the shoulder of Sabo. Perhaps Sabo caught a little bit back in his net. But that's a great play by Kahn because he had no other alternative on that play. It was either shoot the puck or get caught from behind. And he gets Falmouth back into this game now. It's tied at 3.
Exciting action here at Kennedy Rink. 3-all with 7 minutes and 37 seconds left to go. Falmouth sends it out of their own zone. Jason Dwyer back to pick it up for Barnstable. No icing on the play, and sends up along the right side. Barnstable out of their own zone, can't connect on the pass. Falmouth sends it back in. Falmouth going back to the style they played in the first period of dump and run, just sending it into the zone. Now it's behind the Barnstable net. Gazalt back there along with it, and finally we get a whistle as the puck is tied up behind the net.
Well, that's a nice job of forechecking. Anytime your teammates have been out on the ice for a long time, you need to whistle to change the lines up. Just falls on the puck, and they'll get some fresh troops out on the ice with 7 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the second period. The game is 3-3. Let's take another peek at that goal. It was so good. You want to see the puck bounce off the shoulder of Sabo. Watch where he is. He doesn't get a chance to get out of the net, and great shot by Kahn. He could see that he was trapped back in the crease, and he let it go.
That's twice they've beaten Sabo to the same side. Maybe they know something from watching films or scouting reports. Puck sent down into the Falmouth zone. Woodward shoots it along the side boards. Barnstable keeps it in, sends it in front of the net. 3 Falmouth players, and it's taken out. Ayers with the puck, sends it up to Pokraka, and it's stopped at the blue line. Now Norman DeBarros goes into the zone. Good skating, not able to hold on. Puck ends up in front of the net and is finally sent out. O'Neill with the puck down the right wing. He comes up the right side. He's going in alone, and it's a goal! Ryan O'Neill from an almost impossible angle beats Woodward. Barnstable back in the lead. 4-3 with 6:37 to go in the second period, and the goals are starting to come fast and furious.
And that's because it's a wide open game, and Falmouth will never win if it continues this way. Watch him coming, streaking down the right side of the ice. There's nobody near him. He'll come down inside over the blue line, and he'll see the defenseman coming down on top of him. Over there defensively is Ethan Harding, and he got rid of the shot, and it beat Woodward, perhaps the shot that Woodward should have handled. But this is now the way Barnstable wants the game to go. They've got it wide open skating. They're getting the puck out to those wingers, and they're gone. Falmouth is going to have to adjust to that. They can't keep up with Barnstable at this pace.
You did say it at the beginning of the game, AJ, that they needed to keep this low.
When these players from the Barnstable Youth Hockey League need equipment or supplies, they know there's only one place to go: Butler Sporting Goods. Butler is the largest hockey equipment dealer south of Boston and can provide complete outfitting with all the major name brands. And Butler's professional staff offers expert fitting of skates as well as sharpening. In fact, for all sports, from baseball to weightlifting, Butler is the only choice for the serious sports enthusiast. Butler Sporting Goods, in a bigger and better store next door, 815 West Main Street, Hyannis.
Cape Cod Mall, experience the difference. Our brand new look, the fun, the adventure.
Exciting shopping in every store. It's the place to be, 'cause Cape Cod Mall has more. Fashion stores with the latest styles. Everything you need, you'll be sure to find.
Join the Cape Cod celebration. Experience the difference here at Cape Cod Mall.
6 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the second period. Barnstable leads 4-3. Puck comes out of the Barnstable zone. It's taken by Aguirre. Aguirre looking to send it back in, goes in alone, but he's offsides. Looked like Ben Quell along the right wing went in too soon.
Yeah, Ben jumped the gun over on the right side there, and the faceoff will be outside of the Falmouth zone with 6 minutes and 6 seconds to play in what has been a very exciting game, as usual here.
Andy Northup on your screen. He's had a tremendous game, involved in a lot of the scoring and the action in front of the Falmouth net. He goes deep now after the puck. Sent around the boards, kept in by Billy Murphy. Takes a hard hit from Chisholm, but stays up. Chisholm, in fact, went down. The puck comes out of the Falmouth zone. This is Chisholm with the puck, and he gets inside the Barnstable zone, sends it toward the net, and Sabo just jumps on it. And has Mickey Thompson going after it, but the whistle blew, and we're going to have a face-off to the right of John Sabo.
Yeah, so you want to play the game, right, Bob? Check this out over here on the boards. Hello.
Woo, it's crunch time.
Well, that's why you wear all those elbow pads and shoulder pads, and that's why your mother always checks the duffel bag for you before you leave the house in high school. Make sure you get everything.
Got everything with you, an extra pair of socks and the helmet.
You name it.
Go. All right, Jack Reardon with the puck behind the Barnstable net, sends it along the boards, kept inside by Duffy. Duffy sends it towards the net. Thompson sends it towards Sabo, and Sabo just sits on it. And again, another shot from Falmouth that was pretty much harmless, but they're really looking for more rebounds, and Sabo just swallowing him up. And he's got his team, the Red Raiders, in the lead at 4-3, and we're at 5.5 minutes to go here in the second period.
Well, the worst thing you can do when you have the puck in the zone, Bob, is to just sit on it. You have to make something happen, and just by dumping it in, getting it on net, who knows? Maybe it'll take a funny bounce or something. That's the only way you're going to score is if you get it on net.
Thompson and Northup on the face-up. Northup wins it, but Thompson comes up with the puck in the corner. Sends it behind the net to Peterson. Peterson looking for a pass out in front. Chisholm through the legs. Chisholm did get open for a moment, but it comes out of the Barnstable zone. Falmouth trying to come back in. Chisholm brings it along the boards. He's checked by Dwyer. Back behind the net to Peterson. Peterson once again centers, but Quell picks it up. Quell coming out by himself on the right side. The puck stays in the zone, and Barnstable sends it out and sends it down the ice. And we're likely to have another icing here, and the play will come back.
Here's a case where Falmouth was threatening to keep the puck inside the zone. You had the defenseman there, Scherer, pinching in from the line. When Ben Quell was coming out with the puck, what could have been a 3-on-2 was averted by the defenseman pinching in and stopping the play. Now they've got an icing, and they've got the puck back down into the Barnstable zone. So, you know, sometimes it works when you pinch in, sometimes it doesn't. It's like rolling the dice out in Vegas. Sometimes you have a good night, sometimes you don't.
All right, Barnstable trying to get the puck out. It's DeBarros. DeBarros and Cazalt. Puck stays in the net. Sabo kicks it behind. Medeiros with the puck, centers it. Nobody there but Jeff Cazalt. Cazalt tries to bring it along the boards, and he sends it up to Mark Dorr. Dorr's got a man on the left wing, but it's intercepted nicely by DeBarros. Puck intended for Scott Cotter. Aguirre with the puck. Dishes it over to Murphy. Murphy back to Aguirre. Aguirre comes out of his own zone. J.P. Ferreira meets him at the blue line. It's sent up to Dorr. Dorr over to Cazalt. Drop for... And it comes back out of the zone, and Barnstable has to reset. Inside for Aguirre. Aguirre sends it up through the legs. Dorr tries to get it, but nice defensive play by Ferreira. Ferreira, a little scrappy guy, one of the captains, tri-captain of this Falmouth team. And we have a whistle on the left side.
4 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the second period. Pete Malchiano over on the Barnstable bench is questioning the whistle on that play. I think the two officials here, Ronnie Fancy and Eddie Buckler, have done a fine job. They're letting the boys play. There's Ed up on the boards there. Coach Pete Malchiano.
Off the face-off, DeBarros sends it along the boards. Gets it out of the zone. We have a race for the puck between Murphy and Medeiros. Murphy wins the race. Brings it behind the net, still being checked by Medeiros. And now we have Cazalt with the puck, gets it out of the zone, and Medeiros ends up with it. Medeiros sends it over to Ethan Harding. Harding sends it up the left boards into the zone. Falmouth onside. Barnstable's Murphy will go after the puck, take it behind the net himself, send it up to Dorr. Dorr checked hard by DeBarros. And finally the puck gets out of the zone, and we have another race for the puck. This time it's Northup and Harding. Harding wins it. Dorr gets the puck. He comes in offside. Scott Carter was still in the zone.
Falmouth does this as well as anyone. I've mentioned it already 5 or 6 times tonight, but we talked about the defenseman pinching in. But when the defenseman pinches in, it leaves a lot of area open behind him. And what Falmouth has done since I've seen them the past couple of years, when that center sees the defenseman pinch in that case it was Ferreira, he would drop back on defense while DeBarros is caught in deep. And of course, next Sunday at 5 o'clock, Whitman Hanson and DY, South Shore League hockey action coming your way on TV 58. 5 o'clock is the time.
We'll have 6 hockey games in total on our schedule for this winter sports season. And we'll have the Barnstable-Falmouth matchup again in February when these two teams go back to Falmouth. Puck along the left boards in the Falmouth zone, being messed around there basically. And finally it's taken out, and Jack Reardon has the puck at center ice, sends it into the zone. Woodard pushes it aside, it's picked up by Duffy. Duffy is checked by Quell. Dwyer keeps it in. Puck goes inside. Jack Reardon has the puck. Sends it over to Luke Murphy. The puck is in front, and Woodward sits on it. That was O'Neill working for position, fighting for position in front of the net. Not able to get a good shot off.
And there's a good job by the Falmouth defense coming up here. Watch the pressure now by Barnstable. The Falmouth defense doing what the rules will allow you to do. Get behind the man, lift his stick. Just enough abuse to keep him off the puck. And there it is right there. Good job by the Falmouth D there. The face-off will come to the right of Woodward. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go here in the second period, and the Red Raiders holding on to a 1-goal lead.
Both teams really taking advantage of the few opportunities that they've had. Not a lot of great action in front of the net. Each time there have been goals scored.
More so with Falmouth. Barnstable's had a lot of opportunities here in these first 2 periods.
Okay, Ethan Harding with the puck for Falmouth sends it back to DeBarros. DeBarros getting a lot of playing time in this second period. Thompson takes the puck away, brings it in himself. Jack Reardon checks him, and it's taken out of the zone. Harding again. He sends it right back in, but is unable to, and finally Barnstable with an opportunity. It's broken up at the blue line. Peterson with the puck in his own zone. Sends it up the right side. Dwyer with the puck over to Murphy. Or Kelly, that is, number 9. Bobby Kelly for Barnstable, just a sophomore. On the left side now. Referee almost trips on the puck. DeBarros tries to send it to up the ice, but it's kicked off the skates of Chisholm. And Barnstable and Falmouth. A little bit of sloppy action here at center ice. Both teams skating a little disorganized, stick checking. And now it's Ben Quell on the right side. Ethan Harding. He'll send it into the zone. And we're going to have an icing. So, from the Kennedy Ice Arena in Hyannis, you are watching high school hockey on TV 58.
If you're a Cape Codder, you already know of Allen Harbor Marine in Harwichport. But did you know about their fine gift store and mail order catalog, Allen Harbor Nautical Gifts? There are hundreds of gifts for the boat, home, or office. Precision time and tide Chelsea clocks, Nantucket baskets, weather instruments, handcrafted captain sea chests, and this special quality-built hardwood boat rocker. They even have the Cape's widest selection of nautical Christmas cards. Visit soon or write for a free 50-page catalog. Allen Harbor Nautical Gifts, Cape Cod's distinctive nautical gift shop.
Relax. Let Luzetti get you into hot water, too.
Soak your tensions away with Luzetti pools and hot tubs.
We've got just 1 minute, 36 seconds left to go in the second period. Falmouth trailing 4-3. And the faceoff by Doug Shearer. And we have a whistle on the sideboards, and we've just got 73 seconds left to go in the second period.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I think we got a penalty coming up here that looked like interference. I don't know why else there would be a whistle. Let's look over the penalty box.
Sixth interference.
Oh, there you heard it in the box. There is indeed a penalty coming up here on Falmouth. Interference is going to be the call against John Kahn. Ronnie Fancy giving him the 1 minute and 30 seconds in the box. So Falmouth will be shorthanded for the remainder of this period. And boy, you want to talk about a key minute and 13 seconds, boy, this is it right here, because if Barnstable gets another goal here on the power play, they'll go into the locker room with a 2-goal lead. And that could be a little tough for Falmouth to catch up on. Although they did it last year when they were down 3 goals in the third period, so why not this year?
Play has gotten sloppy the last 3 minutes of this period. Barnstable will need to reorganize in order to tally on this power play. It's kept in by Murphy, sends it along in deep. Luke Murphy behind the net, gives a check. Ryan O'Neill after the puck, fighting with the Barris. The Barris picks it up. O'Neill pushes him against the boards, and we're going to have a whistle and a face-off with 50 seconds left to go.
Now, is that a nice job by Norman DeBarros, huh?
He's playing real well.
Yeah, he's got 2 or 3 kids draped all over him down there behind the net, and he still manages to kill some time off of the clock. Although he would have liked to get the puck out of his own zone, he did a good job of killing some time. 1:07 to go on the penalty, 50 seconds to go in the second period with a face-off to the right of Woodward.
DeBarros not as big as a lot of the guys out on the ice, but he checks hard.
You don't have to be big to play this game.
He's a good skater. Puck comes out in front. A nice save by Woodward. Northup with the shot. Puck on the right side. And again, we're going to have another whistle. Falmouth,
they'll take it.
They like to see the whistle blowing and stopping action as often as possible.
And not only was there a whistle in the corner, look at DeBarros now. He's got, count the red shirts that come in. He takes the hit here, and then he'll come off the hit. Another red jersey will come in down behind the net, and he'll get away from this guy. He'll bat it away. That's a pretty good job. And I'll tell you what, I think we got penalties too, some matching penalties as DeBarros was mixing it up in front of the net. I think it was with Quell. So perhaps the best 2 players on both teams will grab some bench here for the remainder of the period.
So Barnstable skating with a 4-on-3 advantage. That'll open up the ice for him. The puck comes over to the blue line too. Now this is Aguirre with the puck. He skates in front. Northup with the backhander shot. Won't go. 23 seconds remain in the second period. Falmouth trying to skate the puck out. This is Mickey Thompson bringing it up himself. He's got Ferreira trailing. The shot goes wide. Behind the net. Murphy with the puck. He's bringing it back up the right side. 10 seconds remain. 1 opportunity remains for Barnstable. 1 more rush. Aguirre not able to take advantage, and this will run out the clock. And the horn sounds, and the second period ends here at Kennedy Ice Arena with Barnstable leading 4-3 after 2 periods. You're watching high school hockey on TV 58. Let's pause for these messages.
Days be filled with laughter, love, and the true spirit of the season.
60 big hours. The last 60 hours of intense year-end values at Bullock Toyota in Hyannis with incredible pricing on everything. Everything in stock. New Corollas, only $89.99. New Camrys, $12,999. We want to sell them all by year's end, and we've got the largest inventory anywhere. 60 big hours, 200 vehicles. Till 5 p.m. Saturday. The full stops here at Bullock Toyota, across from the Cape Cod Mall, Route 132, Hyannis.
Welcome back to the Kennedy Ice Arena. Just moments away from the third period. Your score is 4-3 in favor of Barnstable. Joining me now between periods is Steve Gouveia, the rookie athletic director at Barnstable High School in his first year as the AD, and also a familiar face to basketball fans. I'm sure the folks at the basketball games see Steve on the court. He, when he has the time, gets a chance to officiate some basketball games. But Steve, we want to talk to you about what the result of the vote from the Old Colony League, where Falmouth and Barnstable, as many people know, both schools have been trying to enter the Old Colony League for 2 years now.
Yeah.
For the second time, both schools got no votes, with the 2 Quincy schools, Quincy North and Quincy, getting the okay to move into the Old Colony League. What does that do now for perhaps you guys now? Where do you go from here?
1 more year in the SMC, and then we're kind of out in the cold, AJ, and it's a big problem. I don't know what's going to happen, but you're talking about 2 quality programs, Barnstable and Falmouth being left out of the league affiliation. making it real tough. One of the reasons the old colony gave us for not voting us in was geography. Well, if geography is the situation, then what are we going to do 2 years from now? We're no longer in the league. Who's going to be coming down here to play us?
Oh, it'll be interesting to see, Steve, and you're going to be meeting with officials from the South Shore League and the Old Colony League. What do you think might happen with that meeting in a couple of weeks? Perhaps somebody going to suggest changing a few teams here and there so everybody has a chance to play?
The Marshfield principal is one. The Marshfield principal is the one that wants to call it, and what he's doing is he's meeting with these teams. There's no agenda. We're just going to talk about different things that are going on.
All right, great. Good job in your first year as the rookie athletic director at Barnstable.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us, Steve.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
4-3 is the score here at the Kennedy Ice Arena. Barnstable Red Raiders out in front. When we come back, we'll have third period action.
From appliances to VCRs, it's R.D. Crane. R.D. Crane. Get the nicest price by far at R.D. Crane. R.D. Crane. The best selection around. And service that'll never let you down. The lowest prices on the largest selection of appliances and home entertainment products. R.D. Crane TV and appliance.
For all those striving to get to the top. This is a reminder of how much fun it is to get to the bottom.
1 calorie, just for the taste of it.
Bottoms up.
Diet Coke.
Also available in caffeine-free, both with 100% NutraSweet.
Here's the goal that put the Barnstable Red Raiders out in front. Ryan O'Neill busting down the right side of the ice. And he'll let the shot go, and it beats Jamie Woodward through the pads. And that is what will give Barnstable the 1-goal lead here as we're about ready to go here in the third period. Shots on net in that last period, 10-6 in favor of Barnstable, and the overall total is 28-12. And Falmouth now, I would say, even though they're trailing, they're in a decent situation here, Bob. They're within 1 goal of Barnstable at this stage of the game, although they can't really afford to get into a shootout. It could be a lot worse for Falmouth at this point in the game.
We've had two very different periods so far. The first period, a 2-1 score. It was a tight checking, a lot of whistles kind of a period. The second period really started to open up, which would seem to favor Barnstable, but they weren't able to really connect on a lot of their long passes. And as a result, they got fewer shots on goal. And again, it was an even period, 2 goals apiece, and Barnstable maintains its 1-goal lead. So it'll be interesting to see how the third period develops, whether or not we go back to something more similar to the first period, or if we continue along the lines that we saw last period. I also hope that the quality of the hockey picks up just a little bit myself. I thought the second period got a little sloppy towards the end as the teams were sort of waiting for that last, for the buzzer finally, the last 3 or 5 minutes. Not as much coordination among the players, I thought.
Whitman Hanson taking on DY next week, and you can see the game on TV 58 at 5 o'clock. And I have a little bit of interest in that game. I used to live in Hanson a long time ago, and it'll be the Panthers coming down Cape to take on the Dolphins. So we're looking forward to doing that contest, as Whitman Hanson, a pretty decent team this year in the South Shore League, and DY with their new head coach Bob Brackett looking to get things going. They took a pretty good beating from Whitman Hanson in their first matchup, but they'll be on their home ice, and they'll have a couple more weeks under their belt, and who knows, maybe they'll give the Panthers a better game than they did just a few weeks ago.
You going to be able to stay objective?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to remember one thing. I still have to drive both in all these towns, so you know.
People know who you are.
Yeah, you can't hide with red hair either, you know what I mean? I mean, you can't get away with it. Now, we got an important period of time coming up here immediately, Bob. Let us not forget that there is 17 seconds to go on the penalty situation, and it's going to be, I think it's a 4-on-3 situation. We'll have to wait to see when they get the times back up on the clock, and we can straighten it out. But there will be a power play opportunity coming up here for the Red Raiders.
You mentioned in the second period what a good job the referees have been doing, and I think also the players have contributed to that. We've had almost a penalty-free game. I believe 6 penalties in the game so far for total. So that's not bad.
You're absolutely right, and you know why the players haven't gotten so many penalties? Because when you get a if you're wearing a jersey from Barnstable and you get a penalty against Falmouth, the coaches and the fans and your parents remember those penalties more than they do when you play at Bishop Conley. That's why the penalties are kept down here.
This is going to be an exciting third period. Nobody has left this place, and it's not too cold, so nobody's too uncomfortable, and they're enjoying real good hockey.
This is like being down in Orlando. Believe me, we've had some icebox nights in this place.
Hey,
and,
there's Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. I'm thrilled to death that we could be in a relatively warm Kennedy Ice Arena tonight in Hyannis.
Well, I'm going to hand the play-by-play responsibilities back to you, AJ, for the third period. So we're almost ready for this face-off at center ice.
Should be a good one. Eddie Buckler, the official, will do the honors at center ice. Ronnie Fancy, the other official, over in front of the box. He was a pretty good hockey player in his days down at Nauset. Of course, he played on a good soccer player, too. He was on the Orleans Eastham championship team from the Cape Cod Amateur Soccer League. And
I really enjoyed watching Nauset soccer this year. They play a real quality passing kind of game.
Yeah, that'll never change either, I'll tell you. Okay, the man in the box as play is underway now in the third period, and the puck is cleared down into the Barnstable zone, and that will do it on that penalty as the player will get ready to come out of the box, and both teams will now play at even strength. It is not full strength as both teams have men in the box. Ferreira now clears the puck down into the Barnstable zone. We have 20 seconds remaining on those matching penalties. And what this does is it opens up the ice a little bit more for these fleet-footed Red Raiders. And they'll try to take advantage of that right now. As they work the puck up through center ice, pass intended for Northrop is missed. Now he'll pick it up at the blue line, gets around one man, but over there defensively is Ethan Harding. He'll bring it up out of his own zone, dump it off to the senior Peterson. He lets a rifle go, and Sabo makes the stop, dumps it down behind his own net. Aguirre tries to get rid of it, loses it to Peterson. Centering pass is blocked, circling net out front, it's tipped. And we've got a whistle, and that is because the net is loose.
Well, I guess that's to protect the players, but that net comes off pretty easily.
Well, that, 3 or 4 years ago, that net would have come off so easy because they had the pipes. Now they've got the pins, and what that does is it protects the player from injury. Is that a shot, huh? But that was normal speed. That's quite a bullet from just outside the blue line.
That's a shot that can handcuff you, too, but it went right into Sabo's chest, and he just dumped it behind the net.
It's a good idea because you're getting out on the ice. Perhaps everybody's not loose yet. You might catch the goalie a little bit off guard there. Now the face-off. Puck inside the Barnstable zone. Up to center ice. The Barrows will dump it back in. It hits Eddie Buckler. Now it's dumped back down into the Barnstable zone. And they'll try to break it out, but over there defensively is Norman DeBarros. Clears it up to Peterson. He's around one man. Coming in on the off wing. His shot and the save. Loose puck, and it's tied up by Sabo.
Big save by John Sabo. We talked about the importance of him having a big night. That's probably his biggest save of the game against Peterson coming in alone. We see him come down the right side. He gets by Aguirre, and now he's in the face-off circle. He takes the wrist shot, and it's a save by Sabo, and then he dives on the loose puck.
Well, you know what makes that a dangerous play, Bob? You've got Peterson coming in on the right wing, and he's a left-handed shot, so he's got that better angle coming down on top of the net. But a good job by Sabo. He stayed at home, and we'll have a face-off. 13:35 to go here in the third period. Cleared in on Sabo. He deflects it off to the side. Ferreira tries to tee it up. He's held up over there. No call. Play continues. Falmouth bench looking for the penalty. Puck comes up around the boards. Kahn tried to get it. Now it's cleared out. Barnstable here with a brief 2-on-1. Cazalt had the open man. Now it's cleared out to the middle of the ice. Buddy Ferreira is irate over on the bench. He's looking for the penalty on that play down in the end. Now it's kept in the Falmouth zone. Players bumping a little bit down in the corner. J.P. Ferreira throws the hip check. Very effective play, and we'll have a whistle. You don't have to be a big guy to play this game. You really don't.
Ferreira took him down from the legs, and I think sometimes when a referee doesn't call a penalty that some people think should be called, you can start to get into a little bit of a scrappier game. If the ref lets something go, the players begin to think they can let something else go. So we're seeing a little bit more hard checking here in the corners.
Face-off comes outside of the zone because the Barnstable player, they blew the whistle for the Barnstable player who was shaken up a bit there, so the play comes out to center ice now, but the puck is cleared into the Falmouth zone. They'll try to break it out. Doug Scherer over in the corner, has the puck, clears it down behind the net, trying to connect with Paul Duffy around the boards. Barnstable into forecheck. John Kahn over there for Falmouth, throws it behind his net. Up to Scherer, intercepted. Backhander, saved by Woodward. Well, a little bit sloppy play there, getting the puck out of their own zone, and you can't do that against any team, but you don't want to do it against Barnstable.
Jeff Cazal came up with the puck, and he's in the zone, and it looks like if he's got an opportunity on the right side, but he brings it back to the left, that gives the defense an opportunity to block him from the net, and he puts a weak backhander on net, an easy save for Woodward.
Face-off will be to the right of Woodward. 12 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the third period. Peterson on the face-off against Ben Smith for Barnstable. It's won by Falmouth. DeBarros clears it up the boards for Thompson. Thompson up through center ice. Will clear it into the Barnstable zone. Sabo deflects it over into the corner. Thompson into forecheck on Aguirre. Cleared up the boards. DeBarros at the point keeps it in. Just dumps it back in. It goes into the corner. Barnstable now will clear the puck. Now Thompson has it, intercepting that pass. Out in front, taken out by Barnstable. DeBarros bumps him off the puck. Good defensive play by the senior. Clears it up the boards for Peterson. He couldn't handle it. It comes down into the Barnstable zone. Dumped back into the mid-ice area. DeBarros has it. DeBarros up for Peterson. Peterson at the blue line. Loses it. Cleared back out into center ice. DeBarros will try it again to Peterson. Tipped over into the Barnstable zone where it's handled defensively by Billy Murphy. Murphy with the puck. Wide ring pass, connects, coming down the left side. Out front, Woodward ties it up. That's a dangerous play, Bob, because if it doesn't work on that wide ring pass, the Falmouth player intercepts and he's gone.
Seemed to work well for Barnstable on that play, and I'll tell you, it's a real joy to be up here and watch some of the guys without the puck. A guy who moves well with the puck gains notoriety for being a great stick handler. Some of these guys, especially DeBarros for Falmouth and O'Neill for Barnstable, move so well without the puck, and that's why they end up with the puck so often.
Barnstable's third line now out on the ice against Falmouth's second line unit, and the Clippers have a 3-on-2. Down the right side for Kahn. He can't handle it, and it's taken in by Aguirre. Aguirre loses the handle as he feels the pressure. Falmouth, Ferreira. This shot, it's deflected, comes back to the point. Shot in, blocked, hits the skate of Kahn, and Barnstable will try to clear it out of their own zone. Kept in by Falmouth. Duffy dumping it into the corner. Boys hitting it up a little bit in the corners as Falmouth does a good job of keeping the puck in the zone. And now they'll clear it down into the Falmouth zone to relieve some of the pressure as the Red Raiders look to change it on the go. Falmouth catches them on a line change, and they'll clear it down into the Barnstable zone. 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Barnstable with a 4-3 lead. Some good forechecking pressure there by Falmouth. David J. Medeiros in on the play. And the white shirts are buzzing all over the place, and Barnstable's having all sorts of problems getting the puck out of their own zone here in the opening moments of the third period. Paul Duffy for Falmouth. Pass up to Kahn, he couldn't handle it. Finally, it's just cleared down into the Barnstable zone. Now Falmouth will look to change it on the go. Falmouth a little bit slow getting their troops out onto the ice, and they get caught. Northrop tries to get it up ice, but it's lost and dumped back into the Barnstable zone. Peter Barrett now out on the ice for Falmouth. He's out front all alone. They try to get the puck to him. Out front, into the slot. The shot by Thompson, and the save. Cleared into the corner.
Thompson all alone.
Pinching in from the point is DeBarros. DeBarros couldn't come up with the puck. The hit by Thompson. Now DeBarros has it, has the open wing. He'll go for the shot, the save by Sabo. Out front, it puck is loose. Cleared out by Barnstable. Ben Quell up through the middle of the ice. Loses the handle, and it's cleared down by DeBarros. Some great action here at the Kennedy Ice Arena. Race for the loose puck. Into forecheck is Barrett. Takes the man out of the play. Peterson into help. Out front to Thompson. Back to DeBarros. DeBarros tries to get it in. Does a good job of staying with the play. And now it'll be cleared out to the middle of the ice. Barnstable gets a little break, and now they got a 2-on-1. Over to Northrop. Back to Kelly. Back to Northrop, and they disconnected it. We got a whistle. And I think we got a Falmouth player down on the ice, way down on the left side of the Barnstable zone. We got a man down.
Is that Medeiros on the ice? It looks like it's either Medeiros, number 15, or Peterson, number 16.
Tom Peterson is the player who was down on the ice.
I didn't see how it happened.
I didn't either. It was definitely away from the play.
It could be just a pulled hamstring or something, the way he's feeling at his leg. He might have just pulled it himself and gone down a little lame.
You could see him grabbing his right thigh, and could be a Charlie horse here. Let's look at the play coming up here, Bob. This was a 2-on-1. And, boy, they had the open ice here.
Northup sends it over, and this is Bobby Kelly. He's got the shot, but he decides to pass it off and try to work the give and go with Northup, and he just doesn't connect. That was in a situation where maybe it was just one pass too many, but a nice try by Barnstable. That was quick up the ice action. They sent it out of their own zone all the way up to O'Neill, who sent it over to Northup, and then the play started to work from there.
It's good to see Peterson is up and on his feet. There is no way the big guy, a senior, is going to not play out the remaining 9 minutes and 4 seconds in this one. No
He's really
way.
been hustling this entire third period.
Now let's look at some of the play down in the Barnstable zone where the Red Raiders had all sorts of problems getting the puck out of their own zone, and Norman DeBarros there, the shot on Sable.
Watch DeBarros, too. You see him at the bottom of your screen where he started to play defense, and he was also the man that stopped Barnstable's rush. Right after he played offense, he gets back on defense real fast.
Oh, the kid can definitely play. 8:50 to go here in the second period. Barnstable will try the breakout right up the slot, and it works. Cleared out to center ice. Mark Dorr dumped into the corner. Scott Carter tipped it. Carter in on the loose puck. He has somebody open at the point. Gets it back to the defenseman Murphy. His shot is deflected over into the corner. Out front, Carter. Loose puck. It's in the skates. Let's see if they can tie it up. That could be a penalty. Now the puck comes loose. Who has the puck? He'll come over to the boards. Mark Dorr has the man open on the point. Aguirre's shot. Bouncing goes behind the net. Dorr on the loose puck. Dorr will try to stuff it, and it's blocked. He'll come around the other side. Points are wide open. We've got a whistle.
Great defensive play by J.P. Ferreira to prevent Dorr from stuffing it in from behind the net. If we have a chance to look at that one again on replay, J.P. Ferreira, well, we're going to start from the point. This is a shot from Aguirre. Aguirre's shot is deflected and goes in behind the net. And this is Scott Cotter and Mark Dorr. And it's Dorr that keeps the puck, and he comes around, and J.P. Ferreira dives to the ice and keeps that puck from coming around, and he helps him. Look
at all the white shirts, though, right there. There's 3 or 4 of them. You could throw a lasso and get them all at the same time.
I mean, somebody's open for Barnstable on the right side.
From the Kennedy Ice Arena in Hyannis, you're watching high school hockey on TV 58.
Both teams with their chances.
Northup and Peterson. Puck comes down into the corner. Northup there to handle it. Out front, will come out and over the blue line. Barnstable will have to clear the zone. And there's the puck up toward the cameras. Hello there, guys. We'll have a face-off.
Don't worry, boss. It didn't go anywhere near the cameras. Missed by a good couple of feet there.
Yeah, just what we need, a couple of broken lenses. Face-off will be at center ice. Peterson will stay out on the ice. You can see he's okay. He came off the ice with just a quick breather. Will go against Northup, and Peterson wins the face-off. But here comes Kelly with the shot and the save by Woodward. Well, there was a set play, Bob. We're on the face-off. Peterson wins the face-off and tries to dump it down the right side. You can see the right winger from Falmouth breaking. But looky here, what do we have here?
Kelly comes across the blue line, takes the slapper. He drives it hard right on goal, and Woodward's there staying in a good position and jumps on the loose puck.
In their own zone, Falmouth trying to break the puck out now. They clear it down into the Barnstable territory. Peterson there to intercept it. Now it's taken there by Northup. Northup will skate it down into the zone. He gets bumped off the play by DeBarros. Harding now for Falmouth. Looking for a white jersey to give the puck to. Now he'll dump it up the boards. It's kept in by Quell. Back into the Falmouth zone, and they'll try all over again. This time DeBarros. Can't handle the puck. He's gotten some pressure over there from Kelly. Now Kelly with the backhander and the save by Woodward. Falmouth having problems getting the puck out of the zone, and now they'll just ice the puck to get a little bit of relief here.
They need some relief. Kelly again in front of the net, but this time he's got a backhander, and he doesn't get a whole lot of wood on it, and it's an easier save for Woodward in this situation. You see the puck on the left of your screen. They're poking at it, and finally the puck comes clear, and Falmouth will clear the puck down the ice. And suddenly Barnstable starting to take over this game, and Falmouth trailing by 1 really needs to turn things around in a hurry. We've got just over 7 minutes to go in this game.
Face-off, Ferreira on the face-off, kept in the Falmouth zone, dumped into the corner, down behind the Falmouth net. Over there trying to clear it around the boards. Doug Sherritt gets it up the boards to Kahn. Now it's worked out to center ice. Kahn has it on the wide wing. 2-on-1, he has a man coming down. He'll go for the shot and the save. Loose puck. Cleared away by Barnstable up the boards. Pitching in from the point. Ball Duffy, and now we got a break down the right side. Ryan O'Neal tees it up. Oh, what a stop by Woodward. What a nifty spot. Now they'll tee it up again. Another shot from the point, and he makes the save. The puck is loose. He'll tie it up. What a stop by Woodward.
Sure. Tremendous hockey action. Sable with a big save on Kahn, and the puck is cleared. Okay, we're going to see a shot here by O'Neal, and a kick save by Woodward. A beautiful save. Can't keep the puck, and it's kicked out, and Barnstable will have another opportunity before Woodward's finally able to swallow it up. Tremendous save there, though.
We might look back at that play and see just how important it was. Here's Kahn with a scoring opportunity. The goalies are being called upon here in the last couple of minutes.
Sabo just took away every angle he had, and he just drilled it right into his chest. Keeping the pads together, didn't give him much to shoot out.
Let's look at this stop. Watch he has some real estate over there on the left side, but Woodward with a nice job in the recovery there to stop the shot. Now play continues. DeBarros has the puck behind his net, clears it around the left side. Trying to get it up the boards over there. They can't break it out of the zone. DeBarros will try again. Forechecking by Barnstable here. Mickey Thompson in to help out. And we'll have a whistle. The face-off will be to the right of Woodward. 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this game. 4-3 is your score with the Red Raiders on top.
I don't think that's the kind of hockey that Falmouth really is looking for here. When Peterson was along the boards, he just pushed the puck against the boards and looked for the face-off. They need to get this puck out of the zone and start getting the puck down the other end of the ice.
And off the face-off, Woodward deflects the puck over the net. I don't think it's time for Falmouth to press here.
Not to press, but simply not to. That's almost like a situation where you sit on a lead, and they're not sitting on a lead. They're trying to get back in this, tie this game up.
Peterson gets it to DeBarros. DeBarros throws it blindly up the boards, kept in by Kelly. Kelly dumps it down behind the net. Northup over there to forecheck.
Nice hit.
Takes a hit over there on the boards by Harding. Backhander, saved by Woodward. Peterson having a problem clearing the puck out. Northup with it. Northup clears it onto the net, bounces off the net, and Woodward ties it up. And the Falmouth defense a little bit sloppy getting the puck out of their own zone as DeBarros just threw it around the boards without taking a peek.
Woodward's got to talk to his defense and say, come on, guys, I've been tested enough this third period. I've come big. Now you guys start playing big and get this puck out of the zone.
Now they'll get another shot here. Ethan Harding clears it around the boards. Thompson over there, they're having all kinds of problems breaking the puck out of the zone. They'll try it again. Harding will throw it up the left side this time. Up for Peter Barrett. Over there, Thompson on the opposite wing, gets around the man, held up a little bit on the play. He goes over into the corner now and loses the puck. Barnstable breaks out. Northup over the right side on Harding, the freshman, gets around him, backhander, saved by Woodward. Peterson on the loose puck. Clears it out to center ice. Held up a little bit, but stays on the play. Clears it wide side. Into forecheck is Barrett. Bumps the man off the puck. Dumped in by Harding. Barrett is offside. He has to clear the zone. He does. 4:50 to go here in the game. 4-3 is the score. Ferreira intercepts it. Clears it out in front. Kahn into the corner to get it. Behind the net. Kahn forechecking. Thrown around the boards. It'll be kept in at the point by Duffy. Duffy clears it down into the corner. Into forecheck. David J. Medeiros takes a hit, and he'll take the face-off. 4 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the third period from the Kennedy Ice Arena in Hyannis. You're watching high school hockey on TV.
Comes up big, not once but twice there on Andy Northup.
Northup going for the 5-hole. He couldn't get it. Now Ferreira on the shot on the face-off, and it's tied up by Sabo.
On that shot by Northup on Woodward, Northup came in over the blue line, and the freshman Harding didn't get the puck or the body, and that's what he really needed to do, and Northup went in unmolested, really.
Here comes Barnstable breaking out now. They have a 3-on-2, but they'll just dump it down into the Falmouth zone. Woodward will try to handle it and clear it. He didn't get enough wood on it. The puck is loose now into the corner. Scott Carter on it for the Red Raiders. Carter makes a nice move. He'll walk it in. The backhander, the save. Falmouth dumps it back into their own zone.
There's a tennis ball at center ice, AJ.
The puck is, the net is also loose, so somebody can play a little tennis while they fix the net. And we'll look at this play again. And you can see, here's a look at that replay.
Carter with the puck.
Carter with some nice moves. He's a good little skater, this kid.
Doesn't get the press some of these other guys do because there's so much scoring going on among Barnstable.
Plus, I think
passed around.
he hasn't been back in Barnstable for a while. As I mentioned at the outset of the game, he was down at Old Avon Farms down in Connecticut. So it'll take a little bit for some of the folks to get reacquainted with Mr. Carter, but he's a pretty good hockey player. 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go here. I do not think we will see too much more of the third line units here from both teams. Falmouth and Barnstable coming out with their #1 units now. Northup and Peterson on the faceoff. Peterson has it behind his own net, throws it around the boards. Barrett over there, intercepted, shot wide of the net. Thompson racing over there to get the loose puck, but it's kept in by Aguirre. Peterson over there to help out. Northup couldn't handle it. Peterson will skate it out. His pass up the middle, he connects with Thompson. Thompson all alone, though, couldn't dump it in the zone, and Barnstable will just dump it down into the Falmouth defensive area here, killing the time. 3:45 to go in the game. Cleared around the boards now. Falmouth trying to break it out. It's blocked. Here comes Peterson. He has Barrett up front. Peterson will carry it over the blue line. Drops it for Barrett. Tees it up. Shot. Save and kicked out of the rink. Over face-off down in the Barnstable zone with 3:24 to go. And Bob, Buddy Ferrer mentioned earlier in the week that he was going to be a little bit worried about Chisholm, the left winger, because he's been sick. And here's Barrett, his replacement, teeing it up.
Barrett with the opportunity. Doesn't get a whole lot of good wood on this. The shot probably would have gone wide, but Sabo with the kick save, setting up the face-off.
But you know the key thing about that shot, it was on the ice where somebody could tip it in, which is sometimes more important than getting it on net. Just keep it low and give somebody a chance to tip it in.
That's what defensemen are taught early.
And late.
Always.
Yes, 3:24 to go in the game. Ferreira on the ice with David J. Medeiros and John Kahn for Falmouth. Barnstable clears the puck up through center ice. They have a one-on-one. He tries to beat the defenseman, and now Falmouth will try to break it out. Doug Scherer getting some pressure down in the corner. Clears it up the boards for Kahn. Kahn couldn't handle it. Ferreira comes over to help out. Ferreira over his own blue line through center ice. He'll dump it in on Sabo. Loose puck. Now it'll be cleared away by Aguirre up the right side. Pinching in on the boards is Scherer. Keeps it in. You're down by a goal late in the game. That's what you have to do. Pinching in again at the right side is Duffy. He couldn't keep it in the zone. Falmouth clears it in, but Duffy was offside. He has to clear the zone now. 2:38 to go in the contest, and Barnstable breaks out now. Ben Smith clears it down into the Falmouth zone, but they'll break it out here quickly. Loose puck up through center ice. Over to Ryan O'Neill. Ryan O'Neill dumps it back into the Falmouth zone. And Barnstable does counter with their third line unit. Kahn now for Falmouth. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game. Falmouth trying to get it out of their own zone. Barnstable will just play dump and run. If you're lucky, you might see one forechecker here. You don't see any, and so Barnstable's just sitting back and playing defense here. Falmouth ices the puck with 1 minute and 57 seconds to go in the game. Now, here's a case where you've got nobody forechecking and you've got one of your men icing the puck, but Falmouth needed to change their lines, and I don't think we should be critical of that. They needed the whistle to get some fresh troops out on the ice with under 2 minutes to go. That is the proper play.
Probably the last change we're going to see from them, too, or one of the last. They got their top line back out there, and we've just got under 2 minutes to play in this game, and they come out with Peterson, Tavares, Thompson, and we have a timeout.
I was just going to say, both teams have their timeouts, and that's why we'll probably see a couple of line changes here in the next couple of minutes. And don't forget, next Sunday, it'll be the Whitman-Hanson Panthers against the DY Dolphins from the Tony Kent Ice Arena. 5 o'clock is the time of that game. Bob Brackett, the new coach at DY, moving over from Harwich in his first year at Dolphin Helm. And you can see both coaches now talking to their players. The Barnstable players are all standing up. The Falmouth guys get their helmets off, catching a little bit of air.
I don't know if I like the idea of having my players sitting down with just a couple minutes left to go in the game and the cold conditions. And it's a lot easier to get stiff. It's not as if you're playing indoors, whether it's basketball or even football during the warmer weather in the spring.
I'll tell you what, they're only down by a goal here. And they played a pretty good game. I'll let them sit down.
Get up, guys.
Here's Buddy Ferreira in his jacket giving his instructions now. He's almost talking to each kid individually. With 1:57 seconds to go here in the game, we'll have to keep an eye on the goaltender, Jamie Woodward.
Well, how soon will Woodward come off the ice, do you think?
I would imagine when it gets close to a minute. It's a little bit too early right now to be taking the guy out of the net. This is what Falmouth wanted coming into this game. They wanted to be within range. It is 4-3. They are certainly in this hockey game. And Buddy Ferreira couldn't ask for much more from his team. They played a pretty solid game here tonight, as has Pete Melchiano's Red Raiders.
I think both coaches have to be pretty satisfied with the effort put out here. Barnstable coming into the game, a slight favorite, playing tremendous hockey. High expectations from this Barnstable team this year, with as many offensive players as they have, and the solid defense and the surprise of John Sable. But now we're getting ready, and Falmouth's going to test them for the next 2 minutes.
Northup and Peterson on the face-off. 1:57 to go. Won by Peterson. Cleared down into the Barnstable zone. We'll keep an eye on Woodward. He's staying in the net. 1:45 to go. Aguirre clears around the boards. Peterson into forecheck. Keeps it in the corner to Thompson. Centers it out front. Actually, that was Barrett looking for Thompson. And it's cleared down to the Falmouth zone. This could be icing.
Going to beat him.
Let's see. Does it make it? Icing is the call. Well, that's a big call now with 1:33 seconds to go in the period. Face-off will come down to the left of goaltender Sabo. And I imagine you might see a timeout coming up here by Falmouth. They'll probably line up for the face-off, and then they'll call a timeout, maybe. 1:33 to go. Perhaps they won't.
Peterson, a good face-off, man, but of course so is Northup. These guys have matched up throughout the game, and it looks like those will be the two teeing it up again.
DeBarros at the point. Wobbly puck, he'll just dump it down into the zone. Look for some forecheck. Is Falmouth a little bit late getting on the puck over there. And now Barnstable will break out 2-on-1. Northup and Kelly. Northup down the right side. Looks off. Shot off of Woodward. Thompson with it for Falmouth. 1:13 to go. Woodward steering a little bit out of his net. He's staying in there, though. Kelly with the puck for Barnstable. Up to Northup. The barrels pitches in and he misses it. Here comes Northup with Quell. Shot saved by Woodward. Loose puck in the crease. Northup couldn't get it. He has it now. 1 minute to play in the period.
Quell with a golden opportunity. Just couldn't get the stick on the puck. I hope we get a shot at that again. That was a tremendous play. A 2-on-1 break for Barnstable with under a minute to go. They could have put this game away on this play, but Quell just wasn't able to.
I think Falmouth will be taking a timeout here in just a moment or so, but that's what happens when you're trailing in a game. The defense looks to create the offense. That's what happened there. Norman DeBarros pinched up from the center ice trying to create the offense, but Barnstable beat him on the play. Northup came down ice on a 2-on-1, and that's what's going to happen when you're losing. You have to look to create your own offense.
It would appear that Buddy Ferreira even is a little reluctant to take his goalie out of the net because of Barnstable's attack, being able to skate.
Oh, you see,
and if they were able to break loose at all, and we see Northrop coming down over the red line, and this is the play earlier where he's going to take the shot himself.
Yeah, Woodward got a piece of it right here. That's a big save right there.
Nice save. He's had tremendous third period, especially.
That was definitely on net. There's a look at Buddy Ferreira. He was just talking to Woodward, giving him instructions that he's probably going to be staying in the net, and he'll probably play it halfway.
For the face-off, anyway.
4-3 is your score.
We've got just 50 seconds to go.
And let's look now, as Barnstable's winning, let's look at some of the things we talked about Barnstable needing to do here in this ball game if they were going to win. As you get a look at Melchiano, John Sabo, I think, has done a pretty good job. He had one problem with one of the goals, but they have used the ice to their advantage here late in the game as they try to open things up. And they certainly haven't sat back on any lead. So they're doing what they have to win this game. It is 4-3 as both teams come back out onto the ice. Face-off will be in the Falmouth zone. Woodward is still in the net. He will stay out for the face-off. I imagine Falmouth will look to win the face-off and just dump it out and clear it into the zone so that they can get Woodward off the ice and get that extra forechecker out there while the puck is still in the Barnstable zone. But Barnstable has their snipers out on the ice. Northup will take the face-off against Peterson. Quell is out there on the right side for the Red Raiders. Peterson loses the face-off. Dumped into the Falmouth zone. To Barrows, has it. Looking for somebody to give it to. Gets it up to Peterson. Peterson loses the handle. 30 seconds to go. Ferreira with the puck. Looking to dump it into the zone. Woodward is out of the net. The Barrows has the puck. Empty net. Here comes the Barrows. Blue line. To Peterson. The backhander is blocked. Hooked down to the ice. No call.
Here's your extra man.
Thompson, his shot goes wide. Puck is in the Barnstable zone. 10 seconds to go. Peterson with it. Loses it. 12. Empty net. Will he get it? No. Let's see. They're celebrating, but I don't think the game is over. Hold on.
1 second remains on the clock, but Barnstable doesn't know it. Piling up on each other behind their own goal. But if we get a
shot of Buddy Ferreira on the bench. The Falmouth bench, Buddy Ferreira was holding up 2 fingers.
There you go, 1 second still on the clock. He thinks there's probably 2 seconds left to go.
You can see him. I think he was
1 second time for a goal.
He was motioning to one of his players that he thought, see, there he is right there. He's looking for the 2 seconds. Give me another second, please, whatever you do. I just want 1 more second on the clock.
We're going to have some talking over on this one. Ferreira trying to get the referee's attention to see what's happening. And we also have Peter Melchiono trying to get his players back on the bench.
You know what the problem was? It was so loud, you probably couldn't hear the whistle go with the official now. But here's a case where the officials don't know exactly how much time is supposed to be on the clock. They might want to go over and talk to the scorekeeper and say, hey, did you hear my whistle or not? But I don't think Ferreira's going to win this one.
They're not even going to go over and talk to the scorekeeper, so they seem confident that the time remaining is correct.
Well, you can look at Buddy on the bench. There he is. He wants the extra second, and I think now he knows he is not going to get it. The face-off will be, I believe, to the left of Sabo. Let's keep an eye on where it's going to be. It's going to be to the right of Sabo. 1 second to go. And obviously what you're going to have to do is just get your best sniper with a left-handed shot there and have him tee it up off the face-off and look to that little space up in the upper right corner that you see right there. It's
be interesting to see, as I mentioned, watching Falmouth against New Bedford, Peterson will take the shot right off the face-off. And if he's the man going for the face-off,
here's the argument now.
Handed shot.
Barnstable wants the face-off over on the other side of the ice because Peterson is a left-handed shot.
You bet they do.
You can see Pete Melchiano talking now with one of his players. That's Billy Murphy. And the other guy's trying to talk to Ronnie Fancy, Northup.
It's like phone tag here, you know? I mean, it's like the telephone game where you send the message in.
Buddy Ferreira wants to talk to the officials about that call, but he's not going to get a conference call whatsoever. Peterson will take the face-off. Here's your game right here.
They'll be looking to shoot it right away, and everybody else will want the deflection.
Surprised they're not jamming up that slot there. There's the shot, and there's your game.
He got it on net. He got it on net. Nice shot, nice save by Sabo to stay alert, and this time Barnstable is able to celebrate, and the game is over.
Good effort for Buddy Ferreira's Falmouth Clippers as they come out to center ice for the ceremonial handshake. A good job by the Falmouth Clippers in this game. The final score from the Kennedy Ice Arena, the Barnstable Red Raiders 4, the Falmouth Clippers 3. We'll be back to recap this one.